Michelle.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Michelle. Sorry about calling you Michael.
That's
boy.
okay.
I read this quickly. It looked like Michael.
That's
Okay, we're going to start again. then.
That's because it was in Anthony, so it kind of threw you off.
Well, Anthony is the, evidently he's the registered owner of the car, right? And you were driving it?
Yes,
Okay. You related?
it's my fiance.
Oh. When's the wedding planned?
Actually, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
That's when he asked me to marry him.
So you're going to get,
So we're going to get married
you got
on
to
New
get
Year's
married on
Eve.
New Year's
Yep.
Eve. Yeah. Well, that's quite a popular time for marriages.
Judge, I've asked too many things on New Year's Eve, so I don't even want to get involved in this conversation. I'd find out New Year's Day what I said
What,
New
you've
Year's
asked
Eve.
New
so-
Year's Eve?
So I
Probably
hope,
not a
I
good
hope Tony
thing.
was a little more sober at the time, but I'm only
He
teasing.
definitely was.
There you go, good for you.
You have a parking ticket on Darren Street.
I was parked in what they said was a prohibited area, but I have clear pictures that my son was standing at the end of my car.
Show the pictures to Inspector Quinn.
There's the sign. And there's my son's shoes at my end of my car. And you can see that I'm maybe a centimeter over to the prohibited area.
You want to take a look at that photo? The 30-minute parking, Your Honor, goes to the right. The transit lane is to the left. And the vehicle is parked to the left of that sign, Judge, and prior to it, there's another sign. If you want to look at all three of them signs together, Judge.
It's a very serious matter, parking in a prohibited area. How do you feel about this, Inspector Quinn?
Your Honor, it is,
Listen, there
it
was-
does appear to be
there were-
confusing, but what I'm more alarmed about is she put her son in the middle of that parking spot.
My
with his
son
back-
is
with his
24
back
years
to the
old.
vehicle, Judge. She risked the safety of her child.
She endangered, right?
Correct, Judge.
Endangered the health and safety of her child. There were 3 parking signs that would take you at least 12 minutes to reach. You didn't do that, right? Then you need a Philadelphia lawyer to interpret what they said. I couldn't understand what they were saying, right? Inspector Quinn graduated from the police academy, and he can't figure out what they were saying.
I can figure out what it said, Judge. It gave about 6.5 feet, calling it a travel lane.
But you should know.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to give you a bonus, okay? Maybe an early marriage gift, okay?
Thank you.
Now, once you get the early gift, that means you have to go through with the wedding. You
Oh, I'm
understand?
definitely going through with the wedding, Your Honor.
How about him?
I would say. He reminds me every day. I wouldn't have asked you to marry me. He's quite younger than I am.
Yeah. That age means nothing. It's only a number.
No, but I ask him all the time because I have 20 years on him, so I always say, you sure you want to do this? And he says, I wouldn't have asked you to marry me if I didn't.
You guys living together?
Yes.
No.
6 years now. Exactly.
So what's the difference? I mean, you're going to get, of course you're going to get married. This isn't something where, when you live with somebody, you really get to know them, right? You're living together for 6 years. I mean, he knows you, you know him, right? So
Yeah.
whatever, I'm trying to search for the proper word, right? But whatever you are, and whatever he is, and you know. You each know each other, so. Anyway, good luck. How did you guys meet?
Funny, we both went to a child's birthday party that neither of us wanted to be at. And he went because his son, and I went because of a niece's daughter. And I didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. And we ended up hanging out at the birthday party. His son had a little shopping cart, one of the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
And he said, I bet you can fit in it. And if I could fit in it, he would give me a ride. So I sat in it, he gave me a ride, and the rest is history.
Oh, this was meant to be. Inspector Quinn, this was meant to be.
You said, though, living with people, you get to know one another, but I don't know how true that is. It's been 30 38 years with me, and she tells me I never cease to amaze her with some of the things I do.
I think
so-
that's more of a cliche.
Oh, okay,
Not that you
okay.
really don't cease to amaze her. It's just that she can't believe, even after 30 years, you still cease to amaze her.
do the same thing over and over, correct?
Well, Inspector Quinn, all I could advise you is then tell Colleen, who's Inspector Quinn's wife, right? Since she still doesn't know you, tell her the best is yet to come.
And I'm gonna tell her,
That
stay
may
out of,
scare
stay
her
out of
away, Your Honor.
Home Depot, trying to get a cot to fit me in, but
Inspector Quinn, if your biggest problem is your wife goes to Home Depot, you better count your blessings. My problem is, well, people's problem is stay out of Tiffany's.
yeah,
you know?
true.
Stay off Worth Avenue, right? Stay off Wilshire Boulevard. All right. Michelle, good luck to you. The matter
you
is
very
dismissed.
much, Your Honor.
Okay.